Yellowjackets Season 3 Episode 4, 12 Angry Girls and One Drunk Travis sees the show dabble in law and order territory. However, the courtroom drama that unfolds in the wilderness, where there's a distinct lack of a courtroom, is far from a fair trial as emotions run high in the woods with Coach Ben Scott's return to camp. Season 3 Episode 3 saw the girls go after Ben and have some exciting hallucinations, but I wanted more from their emotional arcs. Luckily, Episode 4 provided strongest scenes in the woods, though the present-day stories took a hit. But before we get into it, if you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button, drop a like and comment on the video, and if you're able, please sign up for channel memberships for exclusive content, which really helps us out. Anyway, let's get back to the woods. So, Episode 4 is the least action-packed episodes of Yellowjackets so far, and the show takes advantage of what could be a lull by pushing its characters. Steven Kruger has been in the background for the first few installments, but he rises to the forefront of Episode 4, pulling out a weighty emotional performance I came close to believing. Ben has no illusion about the outcome. He leaves because he knows what these girls are capable of. However, we know he didn't burn down that cabin last season, creating some expert dramatic tension. Kruger's Coach Ben is the MVP of the episode. After watching the characters, mostly Shauna, air their grievances at him for most of the episode, he stuns them with a strong emotional appeal and vulnerable confession. Ben has consistently been the reminder that these girls didn't always worship the wilderness and that the world is still revolving out there somewhere. His speech brings many of the characters back down to earth, if only for a moment, and lets them process some of the trauma they've endured. Grief is a huge part of Yellowjackets, and this was the first time this season the show grappled with it. I was slightly shocked by how much the adult characters took Nat's death in their stride at the top of the season. They might be desensitized, but losing one of their own should have had more of a fallout. It wasn't happy to see the young women in the woods take a moment to miss their lives, but it was a beat that needed to happen. For all they've built, these girls are still in hell and can't forget it. The question of who burned the cabin down will likely plague the young women for some time in the wilderness and could be Shauna's way to dethrone Nat. No matter what she says during the trial, we know she's desperate to be queen, and the taste of power and persuasion will only fan the flames of this obsession. In the present, adult Shauna reflects on losing this spark, but it feels like a rehash of what we already know. Both Shaunas are poised to make big decisions, and I want to see Yellowjackets push them even harder. Van and Ty's arc in the present escalated extremely quickly, with the pair more than happy to keep feeding the wilderness what it wants to keep Van's cancer away. It seems Season 3 has entirely forgotten about Ty's wife and child, but for now, I'll let that go. However, each of the women in the present is in a bit of a holding pattern, attempting to hold on to the threads of their normal lives as it becomes more clear the wilderness has grabbed hold and won't let go. Everyone is too calm and collected. Yellowjackets still hasn't found the right balance between its past and present storylines, and with only 10 episodes in the season, the upcoming midpoint needs to pack a punch. It doesn't bother me there wasn't running, screaming, and cannibalism. The series needs to take a break so those significant moments land. However, slowing down the momentum must mean Yellowjackets has something unforgettable planned for Episode 5 that will start to fit the pieces together. I'm ready for confirmation of the supernatural elements, and I think the characters are too. It's becoming a recurring theme for Yellowjackets Season 3 to end on a huge cliffhanger with every episode, and 12 Angry Girls and One Drunk Travis is no exception. The big twist in the episode's final moments was shocking, but I'm not ready to believe it yet, as Yellowjackets hasn't been afraid to trick me before. However, what I'm looking forward to is the fact that if this narrative turn can be taken at face value, it will bring the present-day characters back together and give them something to investigate, which is an arc Season 3 desperately needs.